Hey everyone, I'm Groat,
I'm Saul.
and today we're going to be doing a top 5 video for you guys.
So yeah, we're gonna list off our top 5 favorite cards and our top 5 least favorite cards in Clash Royale.
So let's actually just hop right into it, and here we go.
Number 5.
For my first pick, I chose the Golem as my 5th favorite card. The reason I think the Golem is probably one of the best cards is because it's the best tank in the whole game in my opinion. It's very good when it's paired with the Graveyard and other small spells that can be used, like the Goblins and the Minions, because it's a fantastic tank and it lasts a really long time. If you can get it to the tower, not only will it explode and do damage, but its Golemites will also explode and do damage, causing massive damage to the tower. One explosion can do close to like 500 damage, so it's one of the best, definitely the best tank in the whole game.
Yeah. My number 5 pick is the Miner. In my opinion, the Miner is like the best legendary. It's like really easy to use, and there's a lot of different like push combinations you can do. Like I like doing Hog and Miner, or like Miner and Goblins, Miner and anything like. And you can, and it's a really cheap card, and it for all it does, it's like pretty good because it distracts the King Tower.
It's a pretty good tank.
Yeah, and I really like, and then it's like it's my favorite legendary. So yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna go on to our number 4 cards.
Number 4.
So, for my number 4, I have the Archers. They're super cheap and reliable, as you can use them for 3 elixir to take out any troop, to help make a stronger push with another tank, for instance, like a Golem or a Giant. You can, they're good for both air and ground units, so you can place them down and take out Minion Horde, Minions, Goblins, Skeleton Army, whatever you need to take them out with. They're really good. And not only that, but they're very, very strong in mostly any decks. Like, you can use them in any deck you want, and they're probably going to be very useful in those decks.
My number 4 pick is the Skeleton Army. I've been using the Skeleton Army for as long as I can remember.
That's true. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, like I remember wanting the Skeleton Army so bad, and they would never give me that card, and it was the very last epic that I received, like when I was really low and like just starting off. And then when I got it, like started finding out different like the best ways to use it, like to distract and to defend. And then you just have to make sure you have to really strategize and make sure your opponent doesn't have like a log or a zap ready, because that can really mess you up. But if you plan it out, then it works out great, and it's a great card. Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to our top 3 cards.
Number 3.
My number 3 position is the Graveyard. I definitely think that the Graveyard is probably the best legendary in the whole entire game. It's statistically the best legendary because it says other than the Mega Knight, which just came out, the Graveyard is great use for distraction. You can use it for tanks. You can just use it just like in the arena for tanks, and it can help take out tanks and other units. It's really good at distracting elite barbs.
Yeah.
It's also very good when used with strong pushes. For instance, if you use a Giant or a Golem, and once they pass the river, then you use your Graveyard, and it can do massive damage on the tower if they're not prepared for it with their log or their zap or whatever cards that they have that they would normally take out the Graveyard with. So
and
I think that
Graveyard and Freeze, oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, I agree. Paired with Freeze and with like the Giant, it can be terrible for your opponent or for you if you're not ready for it, for sure.
My number 3, it's another spell. It's the Fireball. It's definitely my favorite spell. Like you can do a lot with just a little bit of elixir. It's only 4 elixir, and it could really like mess up someone's push. Like it easily takes out Minion Horde, Barbarians, like even like Ewiz and Musketeer and Wizard. It like if it doesn't kill them, it like really like gives them a little bit of health. So you just need to really plan it out and like think effectively when using it. It's very useful when there's only 200 health left on their tower,
right? And
you Fireball to win.
I agree 100%, and I think that card is very useful. All right, so now we're going to move on to our number 2 favorites.
Number 2.
In my number 2, I have the Bowler as being... It's such an amazing card. It's very good crowd control with its splash damage. It's amazing when used with with barbarians, with the goblin gang. You can even use it with the goblin barrel, which is really impressive because if you place it correctly, you can take out the whole goblin barrel without them getting a single hit on the tower.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty impressive.
There's
Also,
a lot of health.
Right. You can use it behind tanks, and if you put it behind the tank and they decide to try to take out the tank with like a skeleton army or a goblin gang, the bowler will take it out, and then you'll have a really good push because the bowler is also really strong when it hits the tower. It does a lot of damage each time it bowls a boulder. So it's very good.
Now on to my number 2, barbarians. Barbarians are like very popular in like the lower level, and then as you go higher up, it's not very common. Like most people have switched out their regular barbarians for elite barbarians, and I personally like barbarians a lot better. They do a lot of damage, and they're really great for defending. Like cards like the giant, bowler, golem, like all kinds of like ground tank cards.
Right.
It's great to defend with.
Honestly, they're super underrated. Like they're so good. I definitely agree that they're so good.
Yeah. And they fit into a lot of decks, and I just really like it. And now for what we've all been waiting for.
Number 1.
What's your number 1 pick?
Well, my number 1 pick for my favorite card.
Roll, please.
Okay. Pause for a second. Take a look at my face. This is the face of someone who didn't know what to do when Saul stopped reading the script. We had a script for a reason, Saul. Now I look like an idiot. So thanks.
My number 1 pick for my favorite card is the Giant. I think that the Giant is the best game the best card in the whole entire game.
Why?
It's only worth 5 elixir.
Mm-hmm.
It has so much health. It's incredible how much health it has.
Yeah, it has more health than a tower. It has full health.
Right. It's one of the strongest hitters. Like, it's incredible how much damage it can do to a tower. It can do to anything. It's great because it goes straight to the tower, and it's a great tank. You can put other cards behind it. You can put the archers, the musketeer. It's so versatile in so many different decks. It can be used anywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now on to my number 1. This is definitely by far my favorite card, and it's the Musketeer. Musketeer, it's amazing for defending, especially against like air decks, like a balloon, a Mega Minion, even like defending against E-Wizard, it always takes it out. It has a good amount of health, and it does a lot of damage. And it's definitely my favorite, and it never lets me down. I'll never take it out of my deck. It's like very near and dear in my heart.
I agree. For 5 elixir, it's definitely one of the better cards. It's 4. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about the Giant.
Get a lot out of it.
I agree. It's definitely one of the better cards. Mm-hmm. And now it's time for us to talk about our least favorite cards in the whole game. So, starting off, I'm going to go ahead and start with my 5th least favorite card in the whole game.
Number 5.
Which is actually the Barbarian Hut. So, when somebody places this hut down, I get pretty annoyed because it's just so annoying. It spawns so many barbarians, and each barbarian has so much health. And on top of that, the barbarians are super strong. So you can literally take out a tank with 2 barbarians, which turns into 4, which turns into 6 if you don't take care of the hut.
Don't stop coming.
It's actually pretty annoying because I have to take time to actually spend elixir to defend against that hut when I could be going for a strong push on the other side. Yeah. It's just kind of annoying. Yeah. But what's good about that card is when they use spawners and stuff, it's really easy to counter a spawner. For instance, if you just push the other side, then you'll be perfectly fine because then they have to not only put elixir in towards their spawners, but they also have to put elixir in towards the other side to defend, which I think is a really, really good way to counter those cards.
Okay, now my number 5, the Bomber. Simply because of the reason it's annoying.
Oh, I can agree on that.
In my deck, I have Goblins, I have Barbarians, and it's very good against those cards, which just annoys me. But when I try to use it, it's like not very good because it's easy to take out.
He's inexperienced with the Bomber.
Yeah, and I have no interest in trying it out and mastering the Bomber because I just don't like it. I remember they buffed it even more at some point, and that really annoyed me.
Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of people put it behind a Golem, which is annoying.
Again, the
But
Golem, the best tank in the
the
whole
good
game.
thing has low health because it's easy to take out, but it's just an extra step, which is just annoying. But okay, what's your number 4 pick?
Number 4.
My number 4 pick is the Lava Hound. And let me tell you something about the Lava Hound. It is the worst legendary in the whole entire game. I hate this card so much because it's so stupid. I don't understand the point of the Lava Hound. It's so much. It's 7 elixir.
Yeah.
For all it does is it flies across the arena. It sits on the tower and does like 30 damage per hit. It's
very
pretty.
little bit.
It's honestly, I hate that card so much. It doesn't have any use. I can never use it in a deck, but somehow it still ends up in the meta every single time. I don't understand. I do not get it. It's like when it's paired with other flying troops, it somehow still does so well, and I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe it's just my deck. It's not very good against.
No,
like,
I agree.
decks.
My
I don't
deck's
get it.
really bad against air decks too. I hate Balloon and Lava Hound together are so.
And the minion horde.
Yes.
Anyway,
on to my number 4, the Furnace. I mean, it's a good card. I mean, it does a lot of damage, but defending against it is so annoying. Again, like splash damage, it's just very inconvenient. Like you can't really defend against it with like goblins or like barbs or anything. Like
you literally have to use something.
In my case, I have to use like a musketeer, and it's hard to just take the damage because it's so much.
Yeah,
it's not like a tombstone. Like skeletons, like they're like unless they're paired with something, like they're not very useful. But the Furnace on its own can do a lot. And then when they do a push right in front of it, and then they just have the fire spirits coming behind it.
It's wild. It's a wild time for everyone.
In my opinion, I think it should be worth more elixir because it does a lot of damage for what you're paying for. I think it's only like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's like 5.
It's really annoying, and I just don't like defending against it.
Right.
It's so annoying. But
anyway, now we're gonna move on to my number 3 pick.
Number 3.
My number 3 pick is the Executioner, and I think that this card overall is a pretty decent card. Like, I know that I'm supposed to be hating on it, but it's a pretty decent card. However, this card can hit so many troops at one time twice.
Yeah.
And it's so in one swing, it hits them twice. That's It's also a splash damage card, so it just throws this little axe thing, hits all the troops, and then they die. Like, all the splash troops get killed by the Executioner so quickly, and it's so stupid. Yeah. And I think that it needs a nerf, and it shouldn't be allowed to be this strong in some of the decks that it is as strong as it's in. I think that it should be out of the meta for the rest of the
I think it should have a smaller range. I think that would help out. Like, I think its range is just way too big. It gets way too much in just one swing. So, yeah, I think that will fix it.
Maybe.
But, yeah. On to my number 3 pick, the Golem. It's... The Golem... Okay. The Golem has so much health. And then once you get to the first Golem, you have 2 Golemites to deal with, which are just as annoying and I don't know.
Like, the best tank in the whole game, and I love that card. So good.
Like with my deck, I don't know, maybe it's just my deck, or I don't know. I just find it really hard to defend. I usually use Barbarians to defend against the Golem, but then again, like, they're usually smart enough to put something behind the Golem to take out stuff like that, like a Wizard or
Splash
Bomber.
Damage. Or the Executioner.
Yeah, so, like, Barbs, like, they're good cards, like, but since people know how to defend against, like, things that, you know, the people who use golems are really good. But me personally, when I try to use the golem, I find it really hard because it's an expensive card.
Right.
So it takes a lot of strategy. So props to people who are able to use that card because it's not that easy. My opinion.
Okay, so now it's time for the number 2 card that I hate the most in the entire game.
Number 2.
The Elite Barbs. Let me tell you something about these cards. This is also Saul's number 2, so we can just go on a big rant for a second. Let me talk about these cards for just a second, okay? First of all, they're 6 elixir, okay? These cards are 6 elixir.
Only one elixir more than regular Barbs.
They're 2 barbarians, but let me just talk about how strong these barbarians are. They literally are so strong. They can take out a tower so fast. It is so annoying. And then you pair them with like an elite or like the Royal Giant, or you pair them with like I don't know, some sort of like splash damage troop, and I swear to God, it's like the whole world is coming to an end because this card can take out like a whole tower
They're
so fast.
too fast. They can get to your tower in like 2 seconds or less.
It's not fair. They need to have a nerf right now. Every
Mhm.
time I see that card, I swear it's like I just want to die.
I mean, in my deck, the only way I can really defend is using barbs, because if I put down a goblin gang or a skeleton army, like they're gonna zap that real.
So they literally just
Immediately.
matched it, and they sometimes they still take out the barbarians, like, and also on top of that, they're commons. So what that means is that they can be upgraded for less, and they're stronger for less gold.
I don't get it. They're not necessary. Like,
Take them out. Take them out of the whole game.
Mm-mm.
Take them out.
They gotta
Honestly, take
throw
them
out the
out.
whole card.
I'm done with them. They can go. Trash can. Where's the trash?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I want to see them gone. Okay.
Number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna start, and I'm just gonna let you know that this is probably everybody's least favorite card.
Not mine.
The Royal Giant. Let me tell you something about this card really quick. This card, when it's paired, I don't even know what. I hate this card with my whole being. Okay? This card is so easy to upgrade, so easy to use. There's no strategy behind it. No offense, actually, all offense to you, Saul. There's no strategy behind that card. I don't understand how somebody can use it.
You gotta do what you gotta do to win.
I don't understand how somebody can use this card. I don't understand. There's no strategy. Stop smiling, okay? There's no strategy behind this card. I don't see a point. You literally can set it down and it stops in front of the river, so it doesn't even get hit by the tower. Does it get hit by the tower?
Yes.
Okay, it gets hit by the tower, but still, like it's a tank too. On top of that, it can take so much damage. It's almost like it's literally a giant, but a ranged giant.
It has less health.
It's still a ranged giant. How is that fair? And it's a common, as I said before. So that means you can upgrade it for less gold, and it's still just as effective as a rare because it's so strong. It's stupid. It needs to be nerfed. It needs to be something because I hate this card so much. And when you pair it with other splash damage cards, it's over. Every time I see that card, I swear, I literally want to double tap the home button and swipe up because I hate that card so much. Especially when it's paired with Elite Barbs.
Honestly, you should delete the game if you can't even defend against a Royal Giant because it's so easy. I would know because
What's your number 1, Saul?
Okay, my number 1. I really don't like this card, Valkyrie. It's always caused me a lot of trouble. It's just so annoying. It does splash damage. It's super fast. It has way too much health, and they just gave it a buff, which was unnecessary. It was just fine the way it was. Actually, it was already really bad the way it was, and they made it even. I just don't like that card. And then I don't know. In my deck, it's really hard to defend against because most of my troops are they're not range. They're not range, so they're like melee. Is that what they're called? Melee. So it's like hard. You can't use goblins, and you can't really use barbs because she takes them out in 3 hits now. So that's not fair.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't like it.
So basically, what we're saying is any meta card sucks.
Yes.
In case you're wondering what we were saying, because I'm pretty sure you were. So that's that. Actually, that's going to be our whole video for today. We just wanted to rant to you guys a little bit about the cards that we hate the most. So the more you know.
We have one favor to ask of all you guys, all of our fantastic viewers.
That's you guys.
Comment below and tell us what are your favorite and least favorite cards. We're really curious.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with us? Do you agree? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments. We want to know.
And we'll definitely reply to you. So
thank you so much.
Heard.
Thank you guys so much for all the support we've been getting over these last few videos.
Yes.
Go ahead and leave a like. Share the video with other people. Subscribe.
Turn on notifications.
Turn on all notifications and let us know what you thought about our video today. Okay, that's it. We're out. Thank you so much. Oh,
we have a Twitter now.
We do have a Twitter. I'll go ahead and I'm actually going to post it down in the description below.
The link is right, or our @ is right here.
Anyway, so some are here. It'll be somewhere here. We're not sure yet. I'll let you guys know. It'll be there somewhere. Probably in the description, though, honestly, if I'm being honest. Anyway, so that's the video for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll get back to you guys soon with another video.
Bye.
Peace out.